everyone, today we are going to build a Spring Boot Kafka integration with Spring Cloud Stream. So in my earlier videos we had a similar problem, which is a producer wants to produce the record to a Kafka topic and consumer is going to consume the data from the topic. And in previous videos we have used Spring with Kafka. So for this particular video we are going to use Cloud Stream. In fact, this Cloud Stream, after the functional programming, the Spring team has removed or deprecated these particular APIs. I am going to cover one more video that covering how can we use functional programming that is used part of the Spring Cloud Stream, as well as the K-stream and K-table, which is very specific to Kafka. For this particular session, we are going to use Spring, Cloud Streams, and Spring for Apache Kafka. Alright, so with that, let's get started and build a simple producer and consumer which connected to Kafka topic. So before that, let me go ahead and create a simple Kafka topic for this particular demo. I will say Cloud Stream demo topic with single partition and a single replica count. So we have a Cloud Stream demo topic. As of now, we don't have any records. We go ahead and create a Spring Boot project with the Spring initializer and just called as a Cloud Stream demo project. And I will add the dependencies, which is the basic dependencies what we need. And here is the dependency what we are looking for. So I'm going to use Cloud Streams, which is Spring Cloud Messaging Cloud Stream. And then we are going to add Spring for Apache Kafka. And I will just include Kafka streams, but I am going to use part of the next video just for the dependency. I'm just including it so that we can cover with the same example, including the Apache Kafka streams as also. So I am going to have this Cloud Stream demo, which include both producer and consumer, just to have a simple application in place and connect to the topic which we just created. I'm just generating the project. Let's go ahead. Cloud Stream demo. I'm just go ahead and open it from my IntelliJ. Cloud Stream demo, open as a project. Trust. So if you look at the dependencies, with my earlier video, we have a Cloud Stream as well as Cloud Stream binder Kafka along with Cloud Stream Kafka streams. So once we have these dependencies available, we are going to use these two dependencies for now, which is Spring Cloud Stream binder Kafka and Spring Cloud Stream. With that, let me get started with a simple class, which is basically a configuration class. I will say it's a topic configuration. So those who already worked on Spring integration, so you might be aware of the channels. So just to explain a bit, channels has one from the producer side, one from the consumer side. We need to bound to that particular channel. So we call that as a channel. One is outbound, which is we present it as output, and the other channel which we want to read, we consider that as input channel. And based on these channel definitions, we are going to define our property value in the property source, and that will automatically connect to the required topic to publish and to fetch the data back from the topic. So for that, I need to have an interface. I'll just create an interface called topic configuration. So in that interface, I am going to have something called output and input, which was just shown these two channels. and I'm going to give a name for that. So I'll just say private. I'll say message channel. Let's have a message channel, which is basically a channel which can produce the data to a topic. I just call get outbound channel to publish, and this method I'll annotate with output. If you look at it, this version of this Spring dependency has been deprecated. This is just to show, but it still works with the earlier versions as well as with the latest version. We can use, and in the later part of the video, in the next video, I'm going to cover the actual Kafka streams, which is the functional based approach. And I'm going to define a channel name here. So I am going to say demo stream outbound. Otherwise I can say stream demo outbound. And the similar way I'm going to define one more channel, which is a pollable channel. This pollable message channel, we need to poll the entry for every based on the scheduler which we run, or we can use something called subscriber channels. So this channel I can have something called pollable or subscribable. So based on this channel, we need to build our implementation. So what I'm going to do is, for pollable, we need to go ahead and poll the data from the topic. If it is subscribable, I can use something called Spring Stream Listener. So I'm going to start with pollable first, and then I'll convert that into a subscribable channel with the Stream Listener. Then you can see the difference. So I'll just say pollable message source, and then define the outbound, and this would be the demo outbound, and this one I'll define as an input, and the channel name I'd say as inbound. Alright, get inbound channel to consume. So you can have your own name here, and then based on these channel definitions, I go ahead and define my property source. I'll just create an application YAML file, application.yaml, and say bindings. If you look at it, Spring Cloud Stream bindings, I can go ahead and define my channels which I just mentioned, and then say destination. I can provide the topic name, and the other channel which I have is stream demo inbound channel, and I will have my own destination here, and here you can provide your own content type. So for now I'll start with a string, and then later I will convert that into a JSON. So for now I'll start with a string content, and then with the same source base I'm going to convert that into the real world example with a JSON content. Okay, let's start with this first. Alright, so here plain, and then destination, I need to provide the topic name which I just created, Cloud Stream Demo, which is both for outbound and inbound. So the producer will produce the record to that particular channel, and the consumer is going to consume the record with the same content type. I need to check this value. I'll check it out when I am writing the actual consumer, and then I'm going to have the broker configuration. So binding, and I need to provide the stream default binder, which is I'm going to use Kafka at this time. I'll not use KStream. The KStream I'll cover in the new video. And then I need to have something called binding. So here you can see there's a brokers. I can say localhost 9092. Okay, let me go ahead, and in the main class we need to enable Kafka, and then we need to enable scheduler. I am going to publish the messages here, part of the scheduler, every 2 seconds, just to test my application. So every 2 seconds I'm going to publish the message. So for that I'm using a scheduler, and then I need to enable the binding. So if I want to enable the binding, I have this topic configuration class which I just created, which is my interface, which has my required input and output channels. So now, as we have these details ready, I am going to create a class which is a simple configuration class for producer, which I call it as app producer config, app producer. And this producer class is going to publish the message for every 2 seconds. So I need to say public void process or publish data information, and I need to have a schedule annotation and say fixed delay of every 2 seconds. And now I need to auto wire the actual dependency on the channel which I just created, which is on topic configuration. This topic configuration will give me these channels: message channel and pullable message source. For now, for the outbound, I need to use a message channel. So what I'm going to do is copy get outbound channel to publish dot send. So for sending a message, I need to have a message builder with the payload. For now, I'll just say random UUID dot, I'll say set header, and then message basically a header, message header. Let me check what is the class. Looks like it could be a message header class. Headers dot, the content type is going to be mime util dot, I'm going to publish text plain. So basically this is the mime type, which is text slash plain, which is this one. So this is what we are using, part of the configuration also. All right, so once we have this message, I'm going to assign it to a variable, say message, and then I'm going to publish this message. And here you can see it's a very simple integration. I just created a simple interface with the respective channels. By using that, I'm just going to publish a message to that particular topic for every 2 seconds. So I'll just put an annotation just to verify that producer is producing the data for every 2 seconds. Let me go ahead and start this class, then we can test the actual producer class, and then we can write the code for the consumer. Okay, cannot convert Spring message. Okay, so actually I need to build the message object. All right, and it should be a message. Okay, so let me get start. So you can see the server has started and it is producing the record for every 2 seconds. Let me go back to the topic, which is the cloud stream, which we just created, and look at the data. It's keep piling up, and you can see it is in the byte array. I'm going to change it to a string. So just update it, go ahead and check the data. So you can see that string content is keep updating part of the producer. So this is by using CloudStream. So what I'm going to do is I am going to have one more class for the consumer. Say app consumer, and this app consumer going to poll for every 2 seconds right after the producer is produced the record. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have consume with the similar schedule mechanism in place with the fixed delay of 2 seconds, and here I'll be getting it part of the pollable channel. So we'll get a string message which I can use it later on for the stream listener. For now, let's auto wire the topic configuration which we just created part of the interface, which will give me the actual channel outbound, which is basically for inbound channel to consume, and then I need to poll. So every poll, so message handler will have the actual payload, which I'm going to assign it to a variable. I'll call it as a string variable for now, and then I'll just convert into a string, which is just to show the output. I'm going to print the payload, and I need to tell saying that consumer is consuming message for every 2 seconds. Right. So now here the reason we are using this poll method is because this channel, inbound channel to consume, is a pollable message source, and its stream demo input is configured to read from the same Kafka topic. Stream demo inbound, which is the channel name, and this is just a method to get an access to. Alright, so let me just start this one and let's see the output. So you can see it's created a consumer, and you can see it is assigned to a partition, and you can see the producer is producing data and consumer is consuming the message for every 2 seconds, and we have an error here which says content type is text or plain. So it is not able to cast to string. So we can check the actual value what it is trying to get, and then we can debug the actual code here. Let me go ahead and then just use this object for now, and let me log the object and see what content are we getting it. So you can hear there is an object which is printing it out, which might be the content type is different, but it is able to consume the messages successfully from that particular consumer. Okay, alright, so let me stop the application here, and then I am going to see the other details. How did we set up some properties? So basically it has both text plain, producer is producing with a mime type, which is a mime utils text or plain, and then the consumer is also consuming it. And if I go ahead and see my actual partition, it has all the values, looks good. and we need to actually parameterize type reference. So that is the reason it is not able to identify what would be the message content. So what I'm going to do is here, so I'll just say it is a string message. All right, so I can try to cast it. So let's see if this works. Okay, it's assigned, started, looks good, it's producing. Okay, there you go. So now it is able to successfully retrieve the messages in string format. So this parameter type reference will tell whenever we poll from the message handler, when we convert, what would be the data type should be, right? This is the one way of implementing the consumer. So what we want to do is we want to use the cloud stream platform apart from the string cloud integration, which is on the messaging channel. We want to build using a stream listener, which is the replacement for this poll method. All right, so that is what we are going to do the changes for now. I'll just stop this application. This looks good to me. Now we have to comment this out, and then we can even use something called a stream listener. So you can see here, and then I can pass the actual channel here. It will pass me the actual message, and I can directly print this message here. So by using these stream listeners, we can automatically capture the message and listen to that particular channel. We can get the data from that particular topic, and then we can automatically change the content type to this particular format. All right, for now I'll keep it as a message, or I can even use string for this particular example, which automatically try to serialize and deserialize the object, and once it is consumed, it deserialize the object and it will display the data. So implementing the stream listeners, I will continue to do so with the same video. Let's go ahead and build that piece in now. So the channel name is a cloud stream demo, which is the topic, and this is the channel name. Let me try to give the same channel name part of this, and let me start the application. Okay, so if you look at it, the error says that it's a subscribable channel. So the one which we declared, the consumer, the topic configuration, which is a pollable message source. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just comment this out, copy the same code, just change only the message source as subscriber channel, and then I'll try to run the application. So if it is a subscriber channel, the stream listener automatically need to consume the message from the topic, and then it has to print the data. So you can see every 2 seconds, you can see here it's consuming the data from the topic and then displaying the data for us. So there are so many different approaches what we can take. One approach is used to poll manually and then define, and the other approach is to use the stream listener. Now we are using a string object. How can we convert that into a JSON object? For that, what I'm going to do is I am going to create a simple app data class, say app data. So I'm going to have a simple Pojo object. Basically I'll just say data, and then we need to have a no argument constructor for serializing and deserialization stuff. And now here I'm going to define a simple property. We'll say string data, and then I'm going to say is a getter and setter, which is basically covers part of the data object just in case if it is required. All right, so in case of producer I'm going to change that into a app data, and now here I need to say, rather than I'm using text plain, I need to say application JSON value, which is of MIME type application JSON. Okay, and then I need to take that, create a new object out of it, say app data, new app data, and maybe I can pass if we have a constructor. So let me go ahead and create a all argument constructor. So now this app data I can pass it part of the payload, and I am able to successfully publish to this topic. And at the configuration level we need to tell the string that it is application/JSON. Alright, and then we have changed the producers. Now we need to change the consumer side. So I'm going to change this to app data. Okay, let's go ahead and check this one. If I am able to successfully publish a JSON message, then I would be able to retrieve the JSON content. So you can see here it's producing the data. At the same time we are getting the consumer data from the consumer point. It's printing the app data in the JSON format. So if you want to verify the actual topic information, you can see at the bottom we are producing for every 2 seconds the JSON format. So this one will cover the stream, the cloud stream, how to use the channel sources to publish the data to a respective topic, and based on it's a pollable or subscriber channel, which we just had a look at it, we can able to easily subscribe to that particular topic to consume the data. It's a very simple application and it can be used in the real-time data streaming platforms. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment below if you have any queries, and thank you for watching. Have a nice day.